Guys, let me just say this. The conversation between Kola Mide and Bright this morning had me thinking deep. Like the level of questions Mide was throwing at Kola M. It was almost like a counseling section mixed with interrogation. I was like, wow, this gist is juicy. So let's break it down properly because there are so many layers to this matter. You know how we do it here, guys. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button and turn on your post notification. So apparently, Kola started off by telling Bright and Mide about this dream he had where housemates left the BBNaija house and then came back. You know how views can be funny, but in this case, it felt symbolic because apparently evicted housemates will come back. So I think his mind is just processing everything happening in the game. Now here's where he gets really interesting. We did not ask Kola a very direct and very valid question. If he eventually leaves the house and outside he sees Dede, would he continue chasing her? Guys, that question got me thinking because if you've been watching, Kola have been seriously glued to Dede since day one. So what happens when the cameras are off? Kola's response was a bit on the fence. He didn't actually say yes. He didn't actually say no. It was like if he greet her outside, he's not even sure she'll respond to him. That already shows some doubt. Like in his mind, maybe he's not even sure if the dad is really into him like that or if this is just in-house vibes. Now, Mide being sharp flipped the table and asked him a very sensitive but smart question. If you're on the other side, if you are the dad's boyfriend outside the house, would you be cool with another guy chasing her in here? And that's where the cheats got deeper. Kola said it depends on the kind of relationship he has with her, meaning what? That if the relationship was strong, he might feel one way, but if it wasn't that deep, maybe he wouldn't care. But guys, let's be honest, would any guy just sit comfortably watching his girlfriend being chased on national TV? Personally, I don't think so. Then Video jumped in again and reminded him that Dede is an open-minded person. According to Mide, she doesn't even think she's doing anything wrong because she hasn't kissed anybody. And honestly, she's right. From Dede's perspective, she hasn't crossed certain boundaries. She hasn't kissed, maybe cuddled, maybe she hasn't cuddled deeply, or has she? So in her mind, she's innocent, but guys, flirting is still flirting, whether it's subtle or not. Kola himself even admitted that sometimes they flirt, but in his words, not like sexual flirting. So in his head, he feels like he's harmless, but is he really harmless? I don't think so because feelings have been built and that's what people outside will see. Now let's talk about Mide's point about boundaries. He asked Kola if it was your own girlfriend that entered his house, what boundary would you set for her? And Kola's response was kind of shocking. He said if they've already discussed it like she has to do what she has to do to survive, then he wouldn't mind. So basically, Kola is saying that in certain situations, strategy might come before loyalty. But the twist he said to guys is different. That already shows there's a double standard. Like women can bend the rules because of strategy, but for men, they should stand firm. Guys, that unfair and it's exposing a lot about Kola's mindset. Another interesting part of this conversation was when Kola mentioned that they even invited him to her birthday. Now he's saying he's not even sure he wants to go. If you ask me, that sounds like a defense mechanism. Like deep down, he wants to, but ready to prepare himself for rejection. Mide on the other side kept it real. He told Kola that if he was actually Dede's boyfriend outside, he would be very angry with Kola because it doesn't matter how open-minded Dede is from the outside world, it looks like she's emotionally entertaining another guy. For me, I think Kola is in a tricky position. On one hand, he genuinely likes Dede. On the other, he doesn't want to look like a fool on TV, especially since her real boyfriend could be out there watching. The fact that he even thinks that they might ignore him outside tells me he knows her feelings aren't as deep as is. Secondly, I think Midi asks this question because he's trying to make Kola self-aware. Sometimes when you're inside the house, you forget how it looks on the outside world, but fans are watching everything and interpreting it differently. And that thing is that there is smart, she knows how to play her game. She hasn't kissed him so she can always claim innocence. But emotionally, she has left him more than just a friend, and honestly that can be worse sometimes. Finally, I think Kola needs to decide if he's playing for love or for game, because right now it feels like he's stuck in the middle. Guys, what do you think? If you're in Dede's boyfriend shoe, would you be cool with this situation? And if you are Kola, would you still chase her outside the house or just move on? Honestly, this gist is too sweet. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notification. I will see you in the next one.